Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for another edition of Bears Corner. We're going to be having a little look at this weekend's games as usual. Joining me is David and Scott. Josh is MIA somewhere again, so we'll see when he crops up again. But we'll stick with the three of us for now and see how we get on. Right, here we go then guys, straight into it. First fixture of the weekend, we've got a Friday night game this week. It's fairly obvious where we're going to start with it. It's Newcastle Leeds, and we'll go over to David.
I wish I could be optimistic about this one. I've gone 2-1 Leeds, purely because if we win, then great. But if we lose, then I get points.
Yeah, that's fair enough. This is one that I've written all my scores down in advance for once, but I'm not happy with any of them, so I might not. there might be some scribbling out. I'm not sure. I'll stick with it this one though. I've gone 2-0 Leeds. Callum Wilson's injured, isn't he? So I did have it. My pen was sort of poised to put Newcastle scoring, and they probably will now. But I think given that Leeds are right down the bottom as well, haven't they? Because they've not really. I don't think they still haven't won a game, have they?
No, I don't think so.
So I think they need to probably start here, and this is probably a decent place for them to do so. Could probably afford to go for it like they like to do without worrying at all. But you know, you're not exactly a free-flowing attacking team, are you, Newcastle? So I'll go with 2-0. Scott?
You haven't really left me with much to say, mate. I've gone the same way as David, 2-1.
Yeah.
And I was sceptical about the goal for Newcastle.
Fair enough. So no jokers there then, I don't think. On to the Saturday games. This was a tough one I found. This was blank for quite a while. Wolves-Brentford. Start with you, Scott.
I've taken a punt and gone 2-0 Wolves on the basis that new striker they've got in doesn't look too bad. I can't remember his name. He's Chinese, isn't he? The Chinese lad they brought in up from. I've dropped him into my what's it for this week.
I think I know who you mean. Yeah, but I can't remember the order of his names or whatever exactly. So I won't throw the disrespect out there. So 2-0 Wolves for you, David.
Yeah, I've actually got 2-0 Wolves as well. This was the first one I wrote down because to me it was the easiest.
Oh, was it really? Yeah. Well, I mean, either way, I've come to the same conclusion. I've got 2-0 Wolves. So. so easy, difficult, whatever. We've all gone the same way there, so no one's going to be catching up or extending leads in the first two games. Shame Josh isn't here for this one because I think there might be some differences on this one. Burnley v Arsenal. I've gone one each. All the way through thinking about it, I had Arsenal win just because they finally ground out a win and thought maybe they might hit some form. And it's one of those games that almost seems too obvious that Burnley are like the counter Arsenal, and then you could just see sometimes Arsenal just beat them 2-0 whatever. But yeah, I think Burnley are struggling, like they always struggle for certain periods of every season, and then they sort of have a little bit of a run and stay up. I think they'll score, and I don't think Arsenal have got enough in the tank to sort of go free scoring yet. So yeah, I've gone for a bit of a gamble and gone one each. David.
Throughout the course of the day, I've had Burnley win, draw, and Arsenal win written down. So I've ended up Arsenal 2-1.
Arsenal 2-1. Yeah, that's where I was.
That's exactly what I've got. 2-1.
Yeah. I think they've got some players back from injury, COVID, that sort of thing. So
that's where I was for so long.
They should be able to win, right?
Yeah, no, I fully agree. I was at 2-1 Arsenal for so long, and then I don't know. It was just a bit of it was just like a bit of a gamble. I've got a little bit of catching up to do, so I thought if there's one that might go that way, we'll go there. And I didn't think anyone. Josh might have been, but I didn't think anyone was going to be confident enough if they'd gone against me to maybe use the Joker on this one because it could, I thought you could all probably see it going that way. First disagreement though, so there's the first little bit of potential excitement in the points. Bit of a classic fixture this one, really oddly. Liverpool Palace. There's been a few significant results down the years on this one. I'll come to you first, David, for your thoughts.
I've got 3-0 Liverpool. But I think Palace always score at Anfield, don't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There seems to be a bit of something.
I might regret that.
Well, I've gone 3-1 on almost purely that basis. I feel like I've set my stall out on Palace despite them battering Spurs last week and Patrick Vieira and whatever. So I've got to stick with that a little bit longer. That I don't rate them. Although Edouard is I think a good signing for them.
Yeah,
and
I forgot about that.
Probably he probably could play it for a better side and may well end up doing so, I think. But yeah, I've gone 3-1 just because I still think Liverpool are too good. Here he is, better late than never. Never. Better late than never. Josh has arrived. We've done a few games, mate, but we'll come back to you quickly for the first three. So you're on the spot because I want your score and your thoughts. Newcastle Leeds.
Christ. I think Newcastle are going to surprise everybody and only lose by 2 goals.
So you're going 2-0?
2-0 Leeds, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's the same as me, and David and Scott have both gone 2-1, so we're all on the same page there. Wolves Brentford.
Oh, another boring one. 1-1.
1 each. Okay.
You can't do it.
Well, we've all gone 2-0 there, all three of us. So
Brentford or Wolves?
the Wolves.
Right.
2-0 Wolves. So
they've just not been performing.
no, you're right. Yeah, you are right. Burnley Arsenal. I want some more thoughts from you on this. This is one you've got to have a view on.
Well, we've finally defeated one of the up-and-coming teams of the Premier League. Sorry, one of the new entries to the Premier League, should I say. So, Burnley are always difficult, especially for us as well, because we're just a shamble at the back. They've got tall lads. I'm going to 2-1
Yeah, that's what Scott and David went. I've gone 1 each.
Right.
But we've all, I think we've all gone back and forth throughout the day. I've had every result down, so be surprised if a joker comes out there. And we were just part way through Liverpool Palace. I've gone 3-1 here. David's gone 3-0. Scott, did you say you'd gone the same?
No, I've gone 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. A little bit closer
Liverpool.
for Scott.
I've just seen the lineup. Well, I've just been watching the Liverpool game with my dad while I'm having my tea. Palace, it's going to be 3-0.
3-0, going with that.
Yeah.
Don't fancy sort of Palace have got a little bit of a hoodoo on them though. They've done them a couple of times. It's all right. We've all gone a clear Liverpool win. Scott's the closest, so ignore what I'm saying. We'll go into City Southampton. Josh, if you get us started on this one as well.
City Southampton, whooping, no question about it. I said 5-0 last time for Man City. I'll go 4-0 Man City this time.
4-0. David?
Yeah.
4-1 City.
Not much to say on this one, is there, Scott?
Not really.
3-0.
3-0. I'll stick with my original as well. In that case, I've got 3-1. Still, I don't think City are like. I don't know. Was it 1-0 last week, and I just think they'll win comfortably. But I don't think they'll go after goals. And I think Southampton will get on the score sheet. I don't know why. Norwich Watford. Didn't really know what to do with this one. I've gone Watford win, but just based on Norwich not being particularly good. But I'm still not really confident of where I put Watford and what they are to me. So I've just gone 2-0 Watford. I just think Norwich are bad. Scott?
I've decided this is the one I'm taking the risk on this week because I need to do something to make this a bit of a closer race. Norwich 1-0.
It's going 1-0 Norwich. That is a gamble. David?
Well, it's an early relegation 6-pointer, isn't it?
I think so.
I think they'll both take a draw, 1-1.
Yeah. Fair enough. We've got all three results so far. Could be a joker here.
Yeah. I think Troy Deeney's going to get a hat-trick this weekend.
Plays for
the game.
Plays for yeah, I was going to say. What was your score? Sorry.
0-0.
0-0.
Yeah. Boring.
Okay. Could be some joker fodder there, boys. We'll revisit that at the end. On to Villa Everton, which I think probably a little bit higher up in my estimations from what I expect from a game. We'll come to David first on this one.
So I think everyone thinks it might be a good game. I think the opposite. I think it might be quite boring.
Okay.
I think they're good teams, but they're not exciting teams.
Yeah, no, that's
you know
fair
what
enough.
I mean?
Yeah,
so, but I trust Rafa Benitez, so 2-1 Everton.
It's gone 2-1 Everton. Yeah, I think it's above a Watford Norwich in what I look at. Just
I think everything's above.
yeah, well, maybe so. Just the quality on the pitch is higher, isn't it? So, I've gone 2 each actually. I think that Everton have looked good, but I think Villa need to get a result somewhere. And obviously Everton have started to improve. So I just think it's one of those where there'll be a couple of goals either side, but yeah, I can't split them, so I'm going 2 each.
I've gone similar lines as you made, but 1-1, not 2-2.
Josh,
I don't think there's going to be much to split this.
This could go 4-2 either way, but I do agree that it's a safer bet is to go a 2-2 to Liverpool.
right. Josh might have had a stroke somewhere there. Brighton Leicester. This was a tough one. This was a tough one to call for me. I'm going to go to Scott first, but
yeah, the better side, Leicester don't look great. I've got this as a 1-1.
Put your spoon away. What did? Sorry, Scott. He took focus with his spoon. What did you say?
1-1.
He's gone 1 each. That's fair enough.
1 each.
Josh.
I think Leicester.
Oh, sorry, Scott. I've cut you off. The spoon's rattled me. It's mate. The spoon's rattled me. Forgive me. Carry on. This better be good now, though.
He turns up half an hour late. And now I'm just the fodder that gets you know.
You don't need me to make you the fodder, mate.
Yeah, you got to increase your points before we start listening to you. Go on, you've got the floor, but this had better be something profound now.
It wasn't anything profound. It was that Leicester don't look that great. Regardless of the bet, they don't look that great. I don't think they've quite made it to the level they are able of performing at, and Brighton aren't that bad, so it's a 1-1.
Brighton are in the top 4, aren't they?
Yep.
But are they going to stay in the top 4?
No, of course they're not going to stay in the bloody top 4. But it means they've had a good. It means they've had a good start, and although they might not be, you say they're not that bad. They've you know,
they're not that bad.
They've had the third best start in the league or wherever it is they are. So you know, under the radar a little bit.
But are they better than Leicester?
No. No, I've gone 2-0 Leicester. I think this is one of those where, yes, Brighton have sort of under the radar. They've had a good start. They grind out results. They're a decent side. I quite like their manager, to be fair. And you're right, Leicester have looked just wobbly, just not quite right. But then they only lost. I say only. They did only lose 1-0 to City, and you know I thought Vardy had got himself back within a goal, and it was ruled out. So. I think at some point there's a turning point for a team like Leicester, and I think this could be it. So I've gone 2-0. Josh,
it's a 2-1 for me. I think
Leicester.
Everybody's right in saying what they're saying about Leicester, but I think Brighton may just sneak a cheeky one in, but Leicester will overpower and win 2-1.
David, he's smiling. What's he got?
Brighton 1-0.
He's gone Brighton.
Do you know,
this is better than last week. There is some joker fodder here, boys. And
I thought you told me to put the spoon away.
1-0 Brighton is what I originally had, and I changed it to 1-1.
Yeah, but knowing our luck, we'll play the joke.
No. Not knowing our luck, knowing you and Scott's luck. Both of your jokers have doubled David's correct scores so far. I haven't. This could be the week where David completes the scalp set. Like he gets the lot of us.
Well, I just find it really interesting that during all three of your predictions, you mentioned how good Brighton have been and how bad Leicester have been, yet all went for Leicester.
Yeah.
It just made no sense. I was like,
No,
because
I went for neither.
Yeah, but
yeah, and my
still,
reasoning is it's just one of those gut feelings where, like, you know, so yeah, Brighton have been good, but they are going to lose a bunch of games. It's just going to happen. So I'm trying to judge the judge when it turns rather than just sort of following maybe the recent form book. It's I'm not a millionaire from gambling, so yeah, maybe that's why. West Ham United, I suppose I'd better get us started here. After last night's sort of travesty, I do think we'll bounce back, but obviously West Ham are a good side, so I think most people would have it down as a bunch of goals, probably either way, but I think we'll be aware of that, want to keep it tight. We're decent away from home, we usually are. I think 2-1 United. I don't think there may be many people betting against both teams to score on that game tomorrow, but tomorrow? Definitely isn't tomorrow. Whenever it is Sunday, like 4 days away.
I don't know, mate. I think you're putting the video out, doesn't it?
God knows. Depends. Like if Josh wants to hold us up anymore. I just think the quality, Ronaldo et al. will sort of. He's throwing me off again. Ronaldo, Bruno, etc. They'll come. The quality will come through rather than a necessarily overall great performance. And I think they need to win the game after losing against Young Boys, just to. Otherwise, it'll be a crisis again. All of us would moan it for United. So I'll come to David next on this one.
Well, I don't know who's going to score for West Ham is my issue, because Antonio's
out, yeah.
Red card, didn't he? So
yes, he did. Come on, the Vardy. You could say come on, the Wilson, but he's out for like 2 months, isn't he? So
out till the end of October or something. So no chance. 3-0 United.
Gone 3-0. I hope you're right, mate. Sort of. 4-0. That'll be better. Josh?
3-1. I think there'll be just a stupid penalty on Ben Rama or something. But you'll put the game to bed within like 40 minutes. So
okay.
Yeah.
Scott?
2-0 United. I think they're going to struggle without Antonio.
Well, at least he can't extend the lead on Vardy this week. I know that for certain. So that's something. All on the same page though, roughly with that one, and then probably it's the Super Sunday game or whatever, isn't it? I suppose Spurs Chelsea. Go to Josh first on this one. I think we might differ, some of us.
3-0 Chelsea.
Gone big.
It's going to be a rare opportunity. There's going to be a rare occasion where I don't back Chelsea to win this season, and since against Spurs, fill their boots, please. So, 3-0. Lukaku, brace, easy.
Bit of bias creeping in there. Scott?
Nope.
2-0 Chelsea. I think it'll be comfortable for them.
That seems to be the Chelsea result. There's been a lot of picks between the four of us on Chelsea 2-0 for whoever it is they're playing. That seems to be, that suits them down to the ground, doesn't it? They've got the power and the balance. I don't think they go for the 3, the 4, the 5. They just get the job done. David?
2-1 Chelsea. Mix up.
2-1 Chelsea. And I've got no explanation for this because I agree Chelsea by far better. I've gone 2 each, and I don't know why. I just think
we're on to the Jokers.
maybe it is a little bit. It is a gamble, and I don't know why because Chelsea are a lot better. But then I think Spurs looked okay before the Palace game, and again, although Chelsea are going to be challenging for the league, I don't think there's too much doubt. They're not going to win every game, so they've got to drop it somewhere. It may well not be here, but bring your jokers on and we'll see, won't we? I think as well, maybe it's like a bit of Harry Kane factor. I think like he's got to start scoring at some point. We're out of August now. We're well out of August, and he's too good to not score goals. So we'll see. Josh has gone again. Anyway, we'll finish off with jokers then, chaps. Before I come to anyone first, has anyone got theirs picked?
I've got mine picked, mate.
Go on then.
Right with my joker at you on the Arsenal Burnley draw.
Okay.
Because Arsenal are going to win.
Well, Scott's picked 2-1 Arsenal, so presumably you think.
Arsenal will win. Just double check.
He had his spoon in hand ready, didn't he?
He did. He was ready to distract everyone. It's not a memory spoon. Anyone else? I'm stalling because I don't know where I'm putting mine.
Mine's going to be
if you need any tips, mate, just throw it at any prediction that I've made because they'll be wrong.
Yeah, well, that's what I've done, I think, most weeks.
Did anyone have a 0-0 or something like that?
Josh had 0-0 on Norwich Watford. I think that's the only 0-0 picked.
It could very easily be a 0-0.
Did someone have a draw in like Wolves Brentford? That sort of.
No, yeah, Josh had one each in Wolves Brentford, where we all went 2-0.
I'll do on that.
Okay, David's going for Josh. Joshy,
So that ends up as a draw.
then you would get double whatever points you would normally get.
Yeah, okay, with you. My Joker's going for Brighton 1-0.
Okay, so you're playing on David.
On David.
Yeah.
Come on, Brian.
Yeah. Well, we know the Brighton score is going to be 1-0 now, don't we? So where do I play it here? I can't play it on the David 1-0 Brighton because if he, I can't allow 9 points if that comes in.
Go for it.
I can't do that. I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. I think I'll play it on Scott's 1-0 Norwich Watford. I can't really see Norwich getting a win from anywhere really. I think they're garbage. They'll probably. I can't see anyone being worse than them to finish bottom. I think that's already nailed on really for me. Maybe someone disagrees. David will probably say Newcastle.
I was going to say you're not seeing many Newcastle games, have you?
Yeah, but it's I don't know. Callum Wilson will win you a game at some point, and St Maximum again, probably against Norwich or someone. Whereas I just can't see Norwich beating anyone. They haven't even got like that sort of enthusiasm and bounce that like Brentford have got, that like freshness to it. It's just Norwich have come up again. Norwich will go down again. Like they're not any different to last time they came up. I don't think.
They're not going to do an entire season without winning a game, are they? And if they're going to win a game, it's going to be against Watford, Southampton. It's going to be one of those sorts of teams.
Yeah, I'm not. They'll win less games than everyone else.
Yeah.
Because I know Pookie's like a decent player and had an impact for sort of the first half of this last season they're in the Premier League, but clearly he's not anything more than a Norwich player sort of thing, is he really? Maybe he'd do a little bit better, but he's not going to get anywhere above a bottom quarter Premiership side. He's a very decent Championship striker and probably that's his level. So yeah, they're almost less good this time because last time they were a little bit unknown and like I say, Pookie made an impact and whatever. Whereas I just think they're the same. They seem the same to me as last time. And there's a couple of talented players and stuff, but I don't fancy it. And I just think Watford are a little bit stronger. So I could see it being a draw with what David's picked, but no, I can't see Norwich winning it, I'm afraid, mate. So I'm happy to have those points off you.
just chalk them on next to your name now, mate.
Yeah, I probably will, mate. I'll enter them on the spreadsheet.
Joker against me, then you're on for a winner, aren't you?
It's just how many points, so hopefully I can get the score right, and that'll be nice. Any other thoughts from the last weekend of the Champions League, guys? Before we go, anyone need to make any other stupid bets? Josh, you're surprisingly the only one that's not been involved in this, and I'd have you down as the first person to get involved in this sort of nonsense. So,
well,
I'm waiting for
I'm an Arsenal fan, so it's probably best just keep my opinions to myself at the moment.
Not good. That's not good for this series. But it's sort of about that. I'm waiting till Arsenal win a couple of games and he starts to get his confidence back and then starts claiming that Arsenal are going to finish above someone.
Yeah, 4-0 against Man U. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah, all right.
But no, it was just
not yet. There'll be one though. There'll be one. I'll be disappointed if there wasn't one soon.
Yeah.
There's got to be a bet from you soon.
Always will.
Right, guys. If there's nothing else, then we'll leave it there, and I'll see you next week.